Hi, it's Ellen Holstein, Community Program Manager from Pierce Cedar Creek Institute. Spring is one of my favorite times to go out and hike because it's like a scavenger hunt or a treasure hunt every time I go out. From week to week, I'm discovering new things, like new spring wildflowers that are out there that wasn't there the week before. And this is because of the weather. So if we have a cool spring and then a nice warm up, we're gonna start seeing those spring wildflowers pop up. But if our spring starts earlier, you're gonna get those spring wildflowers earlier. So if you go out the exact same week, every year you're gonna see something very, very different. So go out there and explore the magic of spring with its wildflowers. Trillium is one of the easiest Michigan wildflowers to identify because true to its name, trillium, or tri, it's got 3 leaves, and once the flower opens, it's got 3 different petals. The most common type of trillium is called common trillium or large flower trillium, and that blossom is white. But trillium can come in many different colors. It can be pink, it can be red, it can be yellow, and it can also be green. Here in Michigan, we have 10 different species of trillium. Of those 10 different species, 4 of which are threatened or endangered because they've been overpicked or their habitat has been destroyed. So when you pick trillium, you actually can kill the plant or put it back many, many years. So leave our trilliums where they are so everyone can enjoy them for many years to come. There are a lot of plants in the mustard family, and they predominate during the cool springtime months, primarily as roadside and agricultural weeds, such as garlic mustard. The origin of the family name is cruciferae, meaning cross-bearing for the shape of its flowers. And mustards can be recognized in part by the cross-shape arrangement of their 4 petals. Purple cress belongs to the mustard family and produces a bouquet of small 4-petaled flowers atop a tall stem. And it's got many different names. Purple cress, spring pink cress, limestone bitter cress, all ending with cress. This is one of the tallest spring wildflowers that you're going to see this spring. It usually gets about 12 inches tall. Toothwort is another 4-petaled flower that you're going to find in the spring. It's got these little white flowers that have 4 petals, but its leaves are very different than other 4-petaled flowers. So its leaves are very toothed, but that's not why toothwort is called toothwort. It's actually called toothwort because it has tooth-like projections on its roots. Sometimes toothwort is also called pepperroot because sometimes people harvest the roots of this plant to basically put on salads to give it a peppery taste. Dutchman's breeches has a really cool flower. It kind of reminds me of little Dutchman's breeches or Dutchman's pants. So it has these nectar tubes that come up like the pant legs, and then it has a little yellow part at the bottom that's kind of like the waistband. And each of the flowers is almost like it's hanging on a little clothesline here. Dutchman's breeches also has a fringed leaf that is very similar to another plant called squirrel corn. The main difference between squirrel corn and Dutchman's breeches is that squirrel corn's flower is more like a white bleeding heart, whereas Dutchman's breeches has this more pant leg looking flower. Another cool thing about Dutchman's breeches is that its seeds are dispersed by ants. So when we're thinking about spring, usually we think of wildflowers, but don't forget the insects. Insects are starting to come out too, and those wildflowers will need those insects to help pollinate their plants as well as spread their seeds.